Good morning, it's Dr. Denney over at Four Paws at Fulshear Veterinary Clinic, and today Maddie and I are going to be going over some questions that you may have about bathing your dog. So I hope this helps answer some questions. If you do have more questions, please feel free to give our clinic a call.
Dr. Denney, how often should I bathe my dog?
So we want to make sure that we're not drying out their skin. So sometimes if you're bathing your dog when it's not medically necessary more than once a week or once every 2 weeks, you can start to notice that their skin gets a little dry. That's because we're drying out the top oil layer of the skin. That's the same oil layer that when you take a shower, it makes the oil beat up on your skin. We don't want to destroy that layer because it locks in moisture, okay? So I would recommend no more than once a week, if not every 2 weeks. And it's going to be kind of dependent on what your dog needs and what you're seeing. So if you're noticing that, hey, bathing once a week, his skin's getting a little dry or a little flaky, then back it down. So just pay attention to your dog's skin, but I would try, unless medically directed, please don't bathe more than once a week.
How do I get my dog used to being bathed?
So we want to start when they're puppies, getting them used to water. That's a good time to do it, like in the kitchen sink. You want to use warm water. That way it's not a shock to the system, so it's not going to be like it's hot outside and you're jumping in the pool and you're going to get that feeling. That's what your puppy will do if you put them in the sink and just turn the water on and go. Now it is Texas, it's summertime right now when we're filming this video, so when I say don't do it cold water, I feel like we turn on the water and it's already hot, but just check the temperature, make sure that it's comfortable and nice and warm because you don't want it to be a shock to their system. And just start gradual, okay? And you can also have someone else in your household feeding treats, so do this when they're hungry. And that creates more of a positive experience. So we're working on positive reinforcement. So some kind of yummy treat, bathe maybe once every couple weeks when they're puppies, more so if needed. If they are puppies, you do want to make sure you're using like a tearless shampoo or a puppy shampoo, and really avoid the eyes if at all possible. If you do need to bathe the head, then make sure you're using like human baby tearless will work really good. That way it doesn't hurt their eyes if it gets in the eyes. But I hope, I would just, positive reinforcement I think is going to play a huge part there.
Are there any products that can help my dog with itching?
So there are some medicated shampoos that can help. Itching is usually a symptom of another problem, like allergies of some sort, like either a flea allergy or an environmental allergy or a food allergy. So that's a question that we probably need to sit down in an exam room and have a talk about. There are some products that we can recommend, but when we're really itching and scratching, to be able to know which product's going to be appropriate, we do probably need to get you in and get an exam done.
Do I need to use conditioner on my dog?
So you don't, but you can. But it's not necessary. It's not really necessary unless you've noticed that, hey, my dog's coat's like super rough, and maybe it's like maybe they haven't had good nutrition and you've just adopted this dog from the shelter and its hair is just real thin and coarse. You can absolutely use a cream rinse. You want to use one that's specific for dogs. I actually really like the Burt's Bees. Honestly, I think that brand's pretty decent on over the counter. You can just get it from Amazon, and they have a really good colloidal oatmeal shampoo that I love for soothing skin, along with a cream rinse. So I think that has no problems. My husband, I've caught him using our human shampoo on our dog, the Head and Shoulders, and so we've had to have a conversation about that because it's not really necessary and it strips the moisture from their skin. So try to use a dog-friendly shampoo, like that's actually labeled for dogs, and don't be like my husband. Shout out. So I hope this helped answer some questions. Do we have any more? Okay, great. If you do have any extra questions, please give us a call.